Welcome to our Metabolism Mastery, the Key to Healthy Hormones Masterclass. So amazing to have you all on live with us. Thank you for taking the time out of your evening or day or wherever you are in the world to be with us. It's really appreciated. We appreciate your valuable time. If you can turn any devices on mute, close any other tabs you have open so you can be really present and learn, because we have some really powerful information to share with you tonight. My name is Jessie. This is my dear friend and business partner, Courtney. Both of us have over a decade of experience in natural health and wellness, have been on our own deep healing journeys, and are avid researchers and truth seekers and knowledge collectors. So we're really excited to share with you tonight. We've been working tirelessly on this presentation, and it's something we're so passionate about. So I'm just going to share my screen and bring up the PowerPoint. Bear with me one moment. All right, that's working. Over to you, Courtney.
Okay, so short disclaimer. Just fixing something on the screen. So the information presented in this presentation is intended for general information purposes only. It is not meant to substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. As always, seek the advice of your physician or other qualified health provider with any questions that you may have regarding specific medical conditions. Presenters shall not be liable for any loss, injury, or damage allegedly arising from any information or suggestion in this presentation. By participating in this presentation, you acknowledge and agree to these terms.
Amazing. I just want to go up to this for a second because I want you to read out that bit.
Okay. So tonight we are so excited to share with you how to regulate your hormones, your metabolism for happy hormones. How to go from Eeyore. How do you see Eeyore? Stressed, blue, holding excess weight, kind of moping about, to Tigger levels, bouncing out of bed, lean, full of vitality, energy, and joy. Tigger is our mascot, and we're so excited to share with you why.
Yes, indeed.
So, question for you. What is preventing you currently from living your most powerful life? Is it energy levels? Is it weight? Is it mood? Is it your quality of sleep? Is it your mental clarity? Is it stress levels that you're experiencing? I would love to hear in the chat if you're experiencing the following things that we're going to speak to. If you could just pop yourself on mute as you are jumping on so that there's not any background noise for others.
Go back to that.
I don't know, it doesn't matter.
Okay, I also want to pin this.
Thank you for your patience.
I'm going to participants, you can mute everyone. Oh, they all are. Sweet.
Beautiful. Okay. All right, so for this next little bit, I would love for you guys to pop in the chat once I've finished speaking these, which numbers you are experiencing so we can get an idea of where you're at. So have you been feeling irritated, agitated, overwhelmed, stressed? Is snapping at your kids, your partner, or bad drivers on the road a normal for you? Would you rather a deeply relaxed and regulated nervous system feeling like the calm in the chaos? Have you tried and tested every diet, feeling frustrated that you're holding excess weight and struggling to shift it? In this masterclass tonight, we're going to teach you how to heal your metabolism, which heals your hormones, so that you get results from eating whole foods and moving your body, because there is nothing more frustrating than doing everything right and feeling healthy and it not showing up in your body. Okay. Are you feeling frustrated that you're still feeling burnt out even though you are doing everything right? Is feeling fatigued or flat a normal experience for you? Would you rather have sustained energy and joy throughout the day? This is number 4 in the chat. Are irregular or painful cycles, perimenopausal symptoms such as hot flashes, painful periods, tender breasts, PMS, PMDD, hormonal acne, weight gain, low libido, or mood swings, anything that you experience in your day-to-day or throughout your monthly cycle? What if it was easier than you think to learn how to heal your hormones and regulate your cycle? 6, Struggling to get to sleep or stay asleep throughout the night? We're going to talk about this in a little bit more detail later. 7, brain fog, forgetfulness, struggling to pay attention in conversations or complete simple tasks without getting distracted. How does having laser sharp focus and your creativity being fully online sound instead? 8, feeling confused and overwhelmed about all the conflicting health advice. How would it feel to bring it back to simple basics that actually work? Would love to hear in the comments which numbers between 1 and 8 resonate for you tonight.
And you can share multiple if multiple resonate with you. Yeah, feel free to share in the chat. All right, so why is a regulated metabolism crucial? Our metabolism is what connects all of the systems of the body. It is the sum of all of the body's processes, providing energy to your body to support all operations. Metabolism is defined as a set of cellular mechanisms that generate energy from our food that we eat and environment in order to power every single cell in our body. It is literally how we sustain life. I always thought metabolism was just like if you eat food, you know, whether you find it easy to stay thin or you put on weight really easily. That was my limited understanding of metabolism.
Anyone
right?
else?
Yeah, feel free to share in the chat if you just thought it was how much you hold weight. It is literally how you sustain life. So when these energy producing pathways run smoothly, we have optimal metabolic health. So symptoms of optimal metabolic health are sustained energy throughout the day, happy hormones and high libido, cognitive function is on fire, so you're not experiencing brain fog and confusion and like forgetting, you know, why you're in a room, etc. Just want to like make this so you can actually see us. There we go. Forgetting why you're in a room, ideal levels of blood sugar and blood pressure without peaks and crashes, and healthy and ideal body composition, so your weight. So clearly we have an epidemic of people who are not metabolically healthy. In Australia in 2018, 2/3 or 67% of people are overweight or obese. That's 12.5 million adults. So 2 million Australians are also pre-diabetic. That is, their blood glucose levels are not optimal. And most people do not have any idea that their blood glucose levels are not optimal because the medical system, it's like you're either type 2 diabetic or type 1, right? Or you're normal, right? There's no like suboptimal range that people are looking for pre-diabetes. Generally, it's like you're either fine or you're diabetic. But there's a lot of people that their blood glucose levels are not actually optimal. So if correcting metabolism and regulating your blood glucose was all you had to do to improve your quality of life and achieve longevity, would you do it? That's what we're going to be talking about tonight. So love for you to share in the chat if you would be interested in regulating your blood glucose, if that was all you had to do to improve your quality of life and achieve longevity. So let's talk about more about blood glucose or blood sugar. Our blood levels of glucose increase after we eat a meal. So insulin moves the glucose out of the blood and into the cells. And when glucose levels are chronically elevated, it can lead to excess insulin secretion. When we have chronically elevated insulin, the insulin receptors on our cells eventually stop responding to insulin. This is known as insulin resistance. So the result is an increase in blood glucose levels, which short term has been shown to negatively impact your mood, your sleep, your behavior, your appetite, your libido, weight and energy levels, but also negatively impact memory, concentration, and focus. And long term, it can lead to type 2 diabetes, cancer, heart disease, dementia, Alzheimer's, which is now known in many circles as type 3 diabetes. There's a big link there. And it's also the #1 precursor to premature aging. So dysregulated blood glucose can lead to many of the chronic diseases that are the leading causes of death. It's massive. So let's talk about the blood sugar and hormones link, because this is something that I found most fascinating to witness. Is when people start to regulate their metabolism and support their blood glucose, that their hormones start balancing. I was really interested in this link and started to research it a lot more. So you might be surprised to know that balancing your blood sugar is the #1 place to start for supporting healthy hormones. I had literally no clue that this was the case. Life-changing. So blood sugar and insulin, which is actually also a hormone. Did you guys know insulin was a hormone? I'm sure some of you did. I personally did not know that. challenges are key factors that contribute to major metabolic and hormonal imbalances. So you may experience symptoms such as acne, weight gain, fertility challenges, low thyroid function, poor digestion, which can look like constipation, bloating, diarrhea, loose stools, and also irregular or symptomatic menstrual cycles.
And this includes PCOS, endometriosis, PMS, PMDD.
Yeah, so because insulin is a major hormone, it is actually impossible for the body to balance its minor hormones, which are estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, and others, for example, until insulin metabolism is balanced first. So can you see that this is like really, really crucial in this key chain reaction?
Is this information to anyone that you're like, yep, I actually already know this, I have this dialed in? Be
Would
curious
love
to
to
hear
know.
that.
I'm sure there's some people in here. Oh, there's passionate people about health and wellness. So cortisol and estrogen. When blood sugar crashes after a peak, cortisol, which is our stress hormone, rises. So cortisol is not a problem normally. However, if we are chronically stressed or our blood sugar is often dysregulated, cortisol levels will become too high. And high cortisol levels increase estrogen. So again, the hormones estrogen and insulin are also very closely connected. This is why hormonal imbalances and erratic blood sugar levels are often seen together, and high cortisol will cause high insulin levels, along with a decrease in production of other hormones, leading to estrogen dominance, which is massive. Most women now, I would say, are estrogen dominant. So remember that regulating your metabolism, that is having stable blood glucose, equals happy hormones. Improving metabolic function on a cellular level reduces the body's stress response and can help you balance your hormones. Life-changing and actually really quite simple to achieve. We're going to talk about how you can achieve regulated blood glucose in a moment. So estrogen dominance. Most women are estrogen dominant, and we are surrounded by toxins in our environment that also cause estrogen dominance. It's not just blood glucose, it's also women taking the birth control pill. And even if you're not taking it, women take it and then they go to the toilet, and then that goes into our water supply, which is filtered, but the estrogen is actually not filtered out. So if you're drinking tap water, you're drinking estrogen from other women taking birth control pill, and also imbalanced blood sugar. So signs and symptoms of estrogen dominance include depression, headaches, fatigue, difficulty focusing, increased risk of breast cancer. There's a lot of breast cancers that are estrogen fed, or estrogen fed. Irregular periods, weight gain, decreased sex drive, low libido, hormonal acne, PCOS, endo that we spoke about, tender breasts or fibroids in breasts is a really common one, mood swings, hot flashes for women going into peri or menopause, insomnia, bloating, increased PMS, like those big mood swings, or just like, you know, the absolute chaos and disaster. You want to burn your entire life to the ground a week before you bleed. It's not actually normal, but very, very common, so it is normalized, right? So it is crucial to get off birth control, speak to a naturopath or integrative functional practitioner for support with this. And I know this is a very like taboo, controversial topic, but yeah, I just got my little sister off it, which is amazing. She's been on it for a long time. Removing toxic household cleaning and personal care products, and balancing your blood glucose to bring your hormones back into balance. I'm just going to check the chat quickly. Carrie says 8, so much conflicting advice out there. Simone 146, Tony 1234 already reached menopause, 6, 7, 8. Susie, all resonate with me, 2, 4, and 8 mostly. Susan, all except 5. Luana, many of them. Looks like a lot of women are experiencing a lot of this. Absolutely, learning heaps already. Can we get these slides to reference afterwards? I won't be able to retain this just from once over. I'd like to read again and absorb properly. Absolutely. Yes, and I'm going to send the replay out as well, but yeah, I can send the slides as well.
So Megan has asked, what effect does estrogen in water have on males? It is the same. So it is not just women that are estrogen dominant, it is also our men. And we're not going to go into that tonight because it's a whole other topic, and you might even just be able to have a little Google when you get off tonight. But it is not just women. Everyone is estrogen dominant, and it is a problem for everybody.
Yeah, the feminization of our men is not ideal. So I spoke about that stuff, right? Estrogen dominance, yes. All right, so blood glucose spikes and crashes. Ideally, your blood glucose will be like a gentle wave, this green one in the middle, right? It's normal to have a natural gentle wave. It is sub-ideal to have big spikes and then big crashes. And this is where most people are existing. They have significant lows and highs. Even if they're not type 2 diabetic, people are experiencing blood glucose spikes and crashes, which is sub-ideal for how they feel now and also for their health long term.
It's prematurely aging us, actually.
100%. So how do we resolve this? Importantly, we want to nourish our bodies, not with intermittent fasting, calorie restriction, yo-yo dieting, skipping breakfast, drinking coffee on an empty stomach before breakfast. All of these things are going to damage your metabolism, cause peaks and crashes in blood glucose, and damage your hormones. And also, they're actually counterintuitive, and they're going to cause your body to hold more weight long term. You know, so many women skip breakfast, are on calorie restrictive diets, are scared of carbs. This is why, for example, you'll see people lose a lot of weight on The Biggest Loser with intense calorie restriction, only to put it all back on and then some afterwards. It does not work. So we need to retrain women and everyone to eat breakfast and eat meals 3 times a day, and to ensure you are getting enough protein and quality fats with each meal. This is crucial. There's no need to fear carbs from quality whole food sources such as white rice. It's far easier to digest than brown rice, opposite of what we've been told. I know most things are opposite, unfortunately. Potatoes, sweet potatoes, etc. But you want to have them with protein and fat, and ideally eat your protein and fat first and then save your carbs to the end of the meal. It's going to help with your blood glucose. And ensuring you have 30 grams of protein with breakfast. Breakfast actually is the most important meal of the day. You know, our grandparents were right on that one. So stop skipping it. Stop having coffee on an empty stomach. Hard, I know. So balancing your blood glucose is key if you want to sleep well, if you want to have a calm and balanced nervous system. This is huge. Not be an irritable, chaotic mess, right? Having that sustained energy, having that positive mood, these are all possible when we support our blood glucose. So healing your hormones, including hormonal acne, regulating your cycle. A lot of PMDD symptoms will go away, PMS, supporting your symptoms of perimenopause and menopause, shift weight and be able to maintain your ideal weight without being in starvation and restriction, and actually being able to eat like a queen. Does that not sound good? Having sustained energy throughout the day. I think I said that. Getting rid of the fatigue and brain fog. You need to regulate your blood glucose and heal your metabolism. So what if there was a powerful system to support your metabolic health? Your metabolic health and biological age are inseparable. So as you age, so does your metabolic function. And your metabolism influences all these things: your energy, your libido, your weight, all of these pieces. The stronger and healthier your metabolic function, the better you will feel from the inside out. And again, this is how you feel now. Like, I actually feel the best that I've ever felt in my entire life. Every year that I get older, I feel better. I have more energy. I have the capacity to train more. My cognitive function is on fire. I'm having creative ideas and executing them. I have high libido. My skin is the clearest it's ever been. My hair is the longest and healthiest it's ever been. Yeah, I felt like shit in my early 20s and was very sick as a kid. So every year I age, I actually feel better. And this is so possible for everyone. So the MetaPWR system is the first and only system that synergistically provides support for a healthy metabolism, curbing cravings, sustaining normal range blood glucose evenly throughout the day, and naturally promoting cellular energy. So when you combine these with healthy lifestyle choices, such as eating the whole foods, moving your body, the MetaPWR products can help you feel great, balance your hormones, and stay youthful in mind and body. So I want to explain to you guys how this works. It's freaking life-changing. So this is the MetaPWR system. We have the Collagen Advantage powder with NMN in it. Can you guys just put in the chat, by the way, MetaPWR, if you're already taking the Collagen Advantage? I'm just curious on here who's already taking this. And I'd love to know who is actually taking the Assist. So please put in the chat Assist if you're taking that, using that, or put in the chat oil if you're using the oil or beadlets. I feel like a lot of people are taking the MetaPWR Advantage, and maybe potentially less people are taking the MetaPWR Assist because maybe they don't understand what that actually does for them. And I've been diving deep into the research on that, and my mind is blown. I have been taking this for close to 2 years now, but I'm way more committed every day to taking this now and using the oil and the beadlets now that I deeply understand what this is doing for my health now and well into the future. Just gonna jump in the chat. MetaPWR, lots of people saying all three. Liz, MetaPWR Assist, all three. I have the kit with the lot. Oil in my drink bottle, oil, all of them, all of it. Amazing. Simone, it's the best ever. My hairdresser had to buy some too. She was so impressed. That's amazing. Yes, all just started a few months ago.
There's a lot of hairdressers that are jumping on that.
So good. Crystal Collagen Advantage, stunning, amazing. And for those of you that have not tried this, amazing. I would love to teach you all about it. And for those of you that are taking it, teach you so that you understand and learn more, and so that you never stop taking it, because you're like, oh, maybe I should just stop, and then you just
shut your life to the ground.
Yeah, it's horrific. So I'm going to first speak to the MetaPWR Advantage. These are the Collagen Advantage sachets with NMN. I'm not going to go into intense detail like this presentation does, because you can receive it later. But the NMN in it, David Sinclair has been studying reverse aging, and the NMN literally supports DNA repair, right, in our body. And it literally helps us biologically reverse our age, which is insane. So you're repairing your DNA. As you age, your body starts to produce less and less NAD. So NMN is the precursor to NAD. So when we take NMN, our body produces more NAD, which is what helps repair damaged DNA, which is huge, especially in the last few years with things that the entire world has brought out to, you know, damage our DNA. And it starts to reverse our age. So it also improves glucose tolerance. It suppresses age-associated weight gain. It inhibits inflammation, which, you know, inflammation is a massive thing. It restores physical activity. We'll go into some testimonials later, but for me, I am so much more able to go to every Pilates session, to, you know, go pole dancing, to go for long walks than I used to. I used to just be fatigued, like extremely exhausted, especially post the big thing that happened globally. I don't want to talk too much about that, but I had severe post-viral fatigue and it was impossible to do anything. This changed my life and improves cardiac function as well. It also contains resveratrol, which resveratrol and NMN work synergistically together to protect our DNA and our epigenome, which is massive, whereas NMN fuels the sirtuins, which are the proteins that support and repair your DNA. It also has protective effects. I'm getting tongue-tied. Protective effects against neurodegenerative diseases, and again, deals with inflammation in our body as well. It's amazing. So the collagen in it, collagen is a huge topic right now. Everyone is obsessed with collagen, but not all collagen products are created equally. Most are not bioavailable, so you're basically just wasting your money. And also they generally contain 1 or 2 types of collagen. So ours contains 9 types of collagen, which is amazing for your skin. That's what most people are looking for with collagen, for the skin elasticity and youthful glow. But ours is also amazing for your bones and cartilage, your brain health, lean muscle mass gain, your joints and connective tissue, healthy cell growth, and hair and nails. This has been massive for me. I always had such fine, ratty hair that would never grow, right? And so this has just been life-changing. It's also sustainably sourced from cold water marine fish byproducts, so it's an environmentally conscious choice, and it's been hydrolyzed for optimal absorption. So we're actually getting and utilizing instead of just wasting these ingredients. It also has the beneficial active ingredients retained in it because it is not pasteurized. So a lot of collagens on the market are still in liquid form. They have sugar and crap in them. This doesn't have any of that. It's going to be optimally absorbed by your body. It also contains some other antioxidants: resveratrol, rose apple extract, ceramides from rice, red orange complex, sea buckthorn, and biotin. Honestly, if you're curious, like if you love researching and nerding out, just Google things like sea buckthorn on PubMed and look at the research on that. Check out biotin. I mean, biotin is amazing for your hair growth, number one. But all of these things are going to prevent oxidative damage and fight against free radical damage and stress to your cells, which is huge when we're surrounded by EMFs and other toxins constantly. Like, it's impossible to avoid toxins in our society now, which is unfortunate, but we can do some things to protect ourselves. Also contains hyaluronic acid and liposomal vitamin C. So hyaluronic acid is very beneficial for your skin, for the plump, youthful glow. Vitamin C and collagen are an extremely intelligent pair. So the vitamin C helps with collagen biosynthesis. So it helps your body produce more collagen and strengthen the collagen already in your body. And yeah, combining with the collagen makes it more bioavailable in our body. It's epic. So the cool thing about this is it also contains the metabolic blend. So it has things like grapefruit and cinnamon, which actually help regulate our blood glucose. So even if you're just taking the MetaPWR Advantage, this is supporting you to regulate your blood glucose. I take it in spring water each morning, pour the sachet in spring water, stir that around, or use like a little handheld stick frother thing. And then I drink that first as my like number one start to the day. It also has ginger and gentian root, which is an excellent digestive tonic and really soothing for the stomach. So if you are struggling with your gut health, this is going to be deeply, deeply supportive to you. It also creates a stimulating environment and improves your exercise performance as well. It's epic. It's a great way to start your day.
And can we just speak to the gut health for a sec as well? Because if your hormones and your metabolism are not functioning optimally, but you are and you're taking supplementation, but your gut is not absorbing what it's taking, again, you're pissing money down the wall, right? So this is such an intelligent system that is covering all of those bases, like our gut health, our hormone health, and our metabolism and our cortisol levels are so intricately linked. That's what I just wanted to bring to
it literally, the gentian root and the peppermint and stuff heal your mucosal lining in your gut, which is massive, right? So then you're actually able to absorb and utilize these really important nutrients that are entering your body. It also has cinnamon essential oil in it. So cinnamon has been researched to help regulate your blood glucose again. So life-changing for all those things we learned about before. This is what I'm really excited about at the moment, because I've been nerding out on the Advantage sachets for 2 years, right? But I haven't fully nerded out on MetaPWR Assist until recently.
We will speak to that a little bit later. Tara?
Yeah. So MetaPWR Assist, these are these little capsules. Each of these capsules contain mulberry leaf extract, berberine, which I just did a post on my Instagram about today. Berberine is so well studied and amazing. Cinnamon bark powder and the MetaPWR metabolic blend. So it's been developed with clinical researchers, and the mulberry leaf extract has been used and studied to help regulate and stabilize your post-meal blood glucose levels and reduce the absorption of carbs and sugar and contribute to healthy fat metabolism. So you take this 15 to 30 minutes before your biggest or carb heaviest meal of the day, or if you're wanting to lose weight and you're having multiple meals with carbs in it, I would take it before each meal. But yeah, you can just take one a day or several a day before your meals. So berberine, there is one supplement that has been studied to be extremely effective in improving blood sugar levels and supporting weight loss. A 2020 study demonstrated that berberine has excellent potential as an anti-obesity agent, given its ability to curb cravings and suppress appetite. So how does it work? Berberine helps maintain balanced blood sugar even if you're eating high carb meals. So you won't experience the extreme hunger and cravings that comes with those high and lows in your blood sugar. Berberine also blocks the enzyme that breaks down carbs into simple sugars. This translates to less absorption of carbs and calories with your meals. So another review of 12 studies found that supplementing with berberine led to significant reductions in body weight, BMI, and belly fat. It also appears to stop the growth of fat cells at the molecular level, which could help promote weight loss. Epic. So supplementing with berberine may be an effective option for managing blood sugar and losing fat before turning to pharmaceuticals and highly popularized drugs like Ozempic. Have you guys seen all over social media and the news? Potentially, a lot of people have been using Ozempic to lose weight, like it's popularized by celebrities and stuff. But of course, it's a pharmaceutical drug, so it has a long list of side effects. And one of the major side effects is losing muscle mass, which is horrific long-term for your health, right? Like one of the leading causes of challenges in old age is having limited muscle mass, then like having a fall, hurting your hip. Like it leads to all of these horrific things. So no way, hope in hell would I be taking Ozempic when I have things available to me like berberine. Studies have shown that both mulberry leaf and berberine, which are both in the MetaPWR Assist, help with blood sugar modulation, inflammation reduction, cholesterol optimization, gastrointestinal soothing, and antioxidant support. I love that these things all come together to like heal our gut, reduce inflammation, which is so huge, and help balance blood glucose to just like have you actually functioning optimally and feeling amazing.
And they're natural, they're plants that we get from the earth. They're not prescriptive drugs that are literally mimic plants anyway.
100%. So this is a little graph showing someone's blood glucose levels without assist. This person does not have type 2 diabetes, by the way. None of the people in this study have type 2 diabetes, but as you can see, they had peaks and crashes in their blood glucose. So their blood glucose measured at 102 milligrams per DL. I forget what the exact DL meaning is, but anyway, this is with assist. This is just 1 week later with assist. And so you can see how much more level that is. It's like a nice, gentle, even wave. And their average, so they were measuring every 15 minutes for both of these. Average went down to 89. So it's massive. That's just 1 week.
So this is balancing our blood glucose levels, which is preventing all of those diseases and illnesses that we were speaking about at the beginning of the presentation.
Massive. So this is huge for weight loss as well. When blood sugar or glucose is high, your pancreas is triggered to produce more insulin to move that sugar out of your blood and into your cells. That is a problem for weight loss because your body only burns fat when it senses insulin levels dropping. This is why just focusing on calorie restriction and things like this, and it doesn't matter what you eat as long as it's, the right amount of calories, is ridiculous. Because if you're eating carbs and processed food, carbs from like, I don't know, a croissant and packaged cereals and all this shit, within your calories, your blood glucose will be all over the place and your body will literally refuse to burn fat until it senses insulin levels dropping. So therefore your blood glucose levels affect your metabolism and overall body composition. As I mentioned, millions of Australians are pre-diabetic and have high blood glucose levels. Did you know glucose spikes also create oxidation, which is inflammation, which therefore ages you faster? It prematurely ages you.
So prematurely aging is not just looking older or feeling older. Aging is disease and illnesses showing up in the body. Like you think about children for a moment, healthy children with healthy cells in their body, their resilience and their ability to heal is so much quicker than say like a 25-year-old, and then compare a 25-year-old to a 40-year-old and then a 70-year-old. So we are aging faster than our body is because of the toxins that we're exposed to on a daily basis that are in our environment, that are outside of our control, and are also in the products that we're using on our home and in our bodies, and the foods that we're ingesting that are not actual real food.
100%. It has a massive effect. And then this goes down to a cellular level, right? So if we're prematurely aging, our mitochondria, which is the energy powerhouse of our cells, will be dysregulated. Our DNA will start to break. And so these things are going to help support and heal that literally on a cellular DNA level, which is absolutely insane.
Yeah, mulberry leaf.
With meal is slightly less effective, but still better than nothing. Interesting. Relatively new statement. Frederica is saying relatively new statement from Dr. O. They have new research done, and it's saying that it's more effective to take the MetaPWR Assist directly with a meal. Cool. Dr. O is one of the doTERRA doctors. Always new stuff to learn and coming out, hey? Susie says that I have the sachets but have a hard time drinking it because of the taste. Any recommendations to help with the taste? If you put a drop of the MetaPWR oil in it, we've had a lot of success with people that don't love the taste with putting some of the oil in that.
Using a blender or a little milk frother. And then also if you have access to the MetaPWR electrolytes, that changes the flavor and makes it super yummy too.
Yes, you can order the electrolytes from the US warehouse. I always have mine every morning with the wild strawberry electrolytes, which are a game changer as well. Okay, so the MetaPWR Essential Oil Blend, let's talk to this. So did you guys know that we all have the same number of fat cells in our body, and it is the size of the fat cells that makes the difference to our weight? I had no idea about this. So everybody has the same number of fat cells, but it's the size that's going to determine our weight. So MetaPWR oil, you put a drop of this in water and you can drink it down. You can also use it topically. MetaPWR oil actually decreases the size of your fat cells, and rapidly too. They've shown studies when I've been at conferences, I've seen big graphs on the screen that literally show adipose fat cell tissues decreasing very quickly with the use of MetaPWR oil. So the best way to use it is to take 2 drops in a large glass of water or in your water bottle. Make sure you use glass or stainless steel and not plastic, because the essential oils will start to leach out the plastic and you'll be drinking microplastics, which no one wants to be doing. Take it between meals to reduce hunger cravings, to reduce sugar cravings, to boost your metabolism, to regulate your blood glucose as well, because it does contain cinnamon in it as well, and to increase your exercise performance and shrink the size of your fat cells. You can also use this topically as you dry body brush to decrease the appearance of cellulite. It is amazing. So that also now comes in the MetaPWR beadlets, which I showed you guys a little bit earlier. It's the same thing in the oil, but it's just in a tiny like little seaweed capsule. So you can put it in your purse and pop it on the go. If it gets to like 3 p.m. and you're craving a chocolate bar, or having that dip, you can pop one of them and it will really change your life. It's epic. So I also want to speak to this ClaryCalm blend. I started using this blend 10 years ago. So all of the MetaPWR products are new. They've only been out for about 18 months, close to 2 years.
In Australia?
No, in Australia it's only July last year.
Yeah,
US about 18 months ago. So ClaryCalm, been using this 10 years. I had PCOS, endometriosis, 10-day long, very heavy, painful bleeds, cystic hormonal acne, and this blend changed my life. I have not had a cyst burst on my ovary since I started using it. It helps balance your hormones. So it's got Vitex in it, and Palmarosa, and a range of essential oils that are really calming and soothing and supporting for pain. But also Vitex literally helps raise your progesterone levels and lower your prolactin levels. So it may help with your premenstrual symptoms, also easing breast pain and tenderness. And the hormone balancing effects of Vitex may also help relieve symptoms of menopause. So lots of women have reported their hot flashes really calming down, sleep getting better. Yeah, all of these types of things. Next level, highly recommend. Just roll it over your abdomen where your ovaries are. You can roll it on your wrists, roll it on your neck and pulse points, especially in the week leading up to and during your bleed. I actually just use this every day to balance my hormones, because I know that we're just surrounded by so much endocrine disrupting shit that I'm just using this as daily support. So it's amazing.
Yeah, it's incredible. For me, ClaryCalm supported healing endometriosis, which was showing up as a significant severe cramping, lower back pain, really bad PMS, which was actually diagnosed as PMDD, hormonal migraines, and so many other things within a few months. So it is an extremely effective blend of plants that can support us to naturally balance those estrogen and progesterone levels. So just like we were speaking about at the beginning, like most people are estrogen dominant, and it is a problem for, like, it's a pandemic. And what we can do, there are things like using these products, there are things like the things that we spoke about earlier to support us. And what I want to do now is share some of the incredible testimonials from some of the people that have taken these products, including myself. I'm really excited to share mine, but we'll get there in a moment. So as you can see with this woman here, this is on the MetaPWR system, and it's incredible how in 6 months she has managed to bring down her weight, increase lean muscle. As you can see, like, there's more definition. What I really love is the difference in her neck and her skin, her joy levels. It's obvious here that she's so much happier than what she was here. And her hair looks so healthy and vital. We've also got this woman here, and do you just want to quickly touch on that?
Yeah. Chelsea is a woman with Asperger's. She's on the autism spectrum, same as me. So she lost quite a lot of weight, reduced her body fat percentage from 33 to 25%, 12 kilos lighter, gained 3 kilos of muscle mass. But she also got rid of her addictions to soft drink and video games. She had really improved her skin. She also found that she was able to make decisions reduced in anxiety. She actually found she was able to be productive and make the most out of the hours in her day instead of just wasting time and feeling repulsed by the idea of actually getting ahead when she could just relax. And yeah, her nervous system had significant support and improvement. That's what I found as well. Most people would have no idea that I'm autistic anymore, but if they met me, 5-10 years ago, not making eye contact, having constant panic attacks, highly anxious, literally 100% of the time, very depressive, very dysregulated and overstimulated. Whereas now, I'm able to make contact. I have autism, but it is so well managed that most people would have no clue, and I'm able to really support the challenges while taking advantage of the fact that I'm an absolute genius. So it's really excellent.
Okay. So this is Carrie here, and she has had an incredible journey with MetaPWR. So just taking a look at, there's about 18 months in between December 2022, where she was on doing chemotherapy. She was just about to start taking MetaPWR here on July 2023. Now, almost 12 months later, this is how healthy and vital she is looking. Look at her hair, look at her skin, look at the light in her eyes. Incredible. I want to share a little bit about her story. So in June 2022, at 38 years old, she was diagnosed with stage 2 triple negative breast cancer, which is a more aggressive cancer than some of the others. So chemo put her immediately into menopause, and she was having hot flashes and night sweats that were keeping her up through the night. She was super cranky and tired, and she also had a really dry vagina. So people that don't sleep have so much less resilience and tolerance and are more prone to sickness when it's going around, right? So important. Come July 2023, she started taking MetaPWR as she was seeing the incredible results that Jessie was having. Within 5 days, her hot flashes stopped. Her menopausal anger and rage subsided. Her libido came back, her pussy was wet, and her hair grew so thick and fast. Carrie is not the only woman who has been able to manage and relieve her menopause symptoms. The biggest, most amazing thing, though, was that in September 2023, she was clinically deemed in menopause. Her hormones levels indicated that her period would never come back. And yet, in March 2024, her period came back after 2 years of not having it at all. She's had 3 bleeds stints, and she is so stoked not to be in menopause at 40 years old. So not only did it relieve her menopause symptoms, it actually gave her period back. Now, I'm not saying that that's going to happen for people that naturally go into menopause, but just remembering that her body was not ready to go into menopause.
It actually has happened to a lot of people. I was in the US and a lot of the men were angry because their wives got pregnant and they were like, what the fuck? Excuse me. So it can happen. Be aware of that. Be aware that you may become significantly more fertile.
It depends on what caused the menopause, right? Whether it's like actually like age, healthy, natural, or whether it was caused by other things. So she's also been able to experience more energy, more joy. She was so sore in her body after chemo, and with MetaPWR, she's been able to return to weightlifting and exercising almost like she could pre-cancer. So she says, MetaPWR has given me my life back after breast cancer, which is absolutely incredible.
So amazing. Just to speak to menopause quickly, I've got a friend, Vanessa, who was literally sleeping 1 to 2 hours a night. She was going into menopause. Her hot flashes were so intense, night sweats, irritability, like huge mood swings, and she started taking MetaPWR Advantage. The first night she took it, she slept 6 hours. This is after 2 years of sleeping 1 to 2 hours a night. Immediately sleeping 6 hours was life-changing. Significantly reduced her hot flashes, significantly reduced her night sweats and big mood swings. So life-changing for women going into menopause or also post-menopause as well. Every stage of life, it's just life-changing.
I think we'll just come back to those shortly.
Yeah.
All right, so this is me. All right, so 7 years ago was when I had my endometriosis and was using the ClaryCalm to support me to heal, which was so great. Now, I thought, awesome, my hormones are healed, no problem, like got on with it. Now, silly little me, like many people got on the intermittent fasting bandwagon. Now, did you know that most of the research done around intermittent fasting is tested on men? So therefore, it's completely irrelevant for women. So again, here is literally nothing else in my life changed. And I was still intermittent fasting. I did it for 8 years. And then all of a sudden, the weight started packing on. I progressively gained 30 kilos. And not only that, I was also experiencing chronic fatigue, debilitating infrequent migraines, and infrequent painful periods. So at this point, I was feeling completely defeated by life. I've been healthy for years. I exercise daily. I'm really conscious about what I put in my body, what I put on my body. I was at such a loss as to where the fuck this weight was coming from. So after spending over $10,000 on different supplements and practitioners, trialing different diets, and being totally frustrated by getting migraines every time I exercised, I eventually found MetaPWR, which is my holy grail. Within 3 days, my energy had increased to normal levels. So spending 2 years in like chronic fatigue was just so boring, so fucking boring. Gone. And then within 6 weeks, I was able to exercise without inducing a migraine, and I'd lost 2 kilos. Over the next, it's now been 10 months, I've proceeded to lose a total of over 11 kilos. I rarely experience the hormonal headaches or migraines anymore. I experience pain-free periods and have consistently had sustained daily energy. I fucking love MetaPWR, and I can't wait to continue to see the results that I get from taking it.
Look at the results in Courtney's face as well. You can see the joy difference. You can see the difference in her skin, the health of her hair, her neck, how much more toned, like the lean muscle mass gain is huge. Massive result.
Yeah. I've also been able to decrease my cellulite from using the MetaPWR blend and grapefruit, which is super fun. We have here Emily. So this is her before and afters on MetaPWR, and you can see the lean muscle mass that she has been able to develop. She experienced cystic acne from age 13, which was gone within 2 months of taking MetaPWR. You see her jawline here in comparison to here. She's been on it for about 10 months as well, and her jawline is clear 95% of the time. She had horrific painful periods that would leave her passed out on the bathroom floor every month. She now experiences pain-free periods where she can just get on with her life and do whatever she feels like doing of the day. She had hair that would get to the same length just above her nipple and would break off. It's now growing on hyperspeed, and she's obsessed with the mermaid hair that she has always wanted. You can see how much more visibly toned she is, changing nothing but adding MetaPWR into her diet, into her daily routine. She's no longer sore after workouts. This is huge, and I concur that. I can now go 5 days a week to Pilates and not be like, oh, I need to stay in bed today. I'm just too sore. She's been able to curb her 3 p.m. sugar cravings and after dinner dessert addiction. So she has spent most of her life addicted to dessert, and with the support of MetaPWR, no longer is so addicted. She can enjoy it in doses, which is great. That's why can't we? We're here to enjoy life. This is Caitlin. So hell yes, her body, wow. But let's just take a look for a moment at her face. Looking at the health and vitality in photo 1 versus photo 2. You can also see that it's significantly leaner. She looks so much more healthy and alive.
She looks way less inflamed too. Like you can notice the inflammation around her eyes, how much more puffy they are, and also her hair looks a lot healthier as well.
Yeah. So in this photo here, within 6 months, she lost over 22 centimeters. Changing again, nothing. Her workouts are 6 minutes if she does it at all. But supporting her metabolic health was huge, not only for her body composition, not only for her hair and skin, but also for her joy levels. She was feeling completely done and just at a loss. And she was such a skeptic too with taking MetaPWR. So she was like watching everything. Not only that, she's been someone who has had to strap her knee for 7 years, even though she loves going to festivals and dancing her ass off. Not only does she not have to use strapping, she doesn't experience knee pain, and she is now running.
Yeah, she's going for runs and she's lifting weights now, which is not something she was doing. And the huge thing for her is Caitlin used to cry every day and just want to sit in front of the TV. And now she wakes up excited. She's building a business. She's creating connections, moving her body. Like, it literally gave her joy back, and people stop her in the street and comment on just her glow and her joy. It's amazing. That's probably the biggest thing for me, is the nervous system support and the joy, because if you feel like shit every day, life is just, it's really hard, right? So it's huge.
Yeah, and these symptoms that we spoke about in the beginning and all throughout, like, these are not, singular to most people. And sometimes we can get so in our head and be like, oh, everyone else is so healthy and well. The more and more people that I speak to, the more and more people that I hear are moving through their own journey. And so much of it is able to be corrected. We're able to feel more healthy, more vital, to be in our bodies and to live the life that we actually have been desiring for so long, because we are supporting our metabolism. So where to from here? I'd love to know in the comments if you want support achieving results like the people we mentioned and thousands of others globally. Just pop yes in the comments if this is you. You can do it on your own, but it's so much easier and funner when you're a part of a community and can receive education and support and have accountability to share your wins and challenges.
I just want to speak to this for a second, because this is something Courtney and I do for each other literally every day of our lives. I don't think a day goes by where we don't message, voice note. We're also in person a lot. We live close to each other. We are in business together, but we will do things like cook lasagna together, or do tapping to break through limiting beliefs, or message each other if we're not feeling good, so that we can come back onto a vibe, instead of just I used to just not reach out to anyone. I was like, who the fuck do I have to call? No one. I'm super alone. And now I have people in my life, not just Courtney. I'm not just codependent on her. That I can lean on, and then we achieve so much more together. Being able to create this masterclass together rather than just on our own, so much better when you have community. And accountability is huge, that actual support, right?
So because we have experienced the obsessive levels of learning about these products, how they have supported us, and having such a huge desire to share them with you, and what it means to have community, to be supported, not just through the challenges, but also through the wins and really exciting stuff as well. This has been why we have decided to create the Thrive community, to be of service to you, those of you who are interested to join us and to experience this as well. So Thrive kicks off on Monday, July 8th, for those already in our existing community, or for those who would like to be a part of our community. I'm going to speak to the inclusions for a moment. So the educational piece is that you get our Thrive program downloadable PDF, which is everything in this, plus extras, how to support yourself simply through exercise, through rest, through daily implementables, how to eat like a queen without horrific calorie deficit and restriction all month long, and without being worried about what's happening to your weight. And DIY recipes for health and beauty, exercise and recovery for optimal metabolism and happy hormones. We have a Sacred Cycle Wisdom course, which is valued at $555, which is all about eating and exercising with the phases of your cycle, cyclical yoga practices, guided breathwork and embodiment rituals for each phase of your cycle, education on what's happening in your body on a hormonal level from a traditional and Western perspective. So we haven't dived into that tonight because we don't have time for everything, but that is in that course so that you can really understand what's happening in your body every single day.
Massive value.
We also have the community aspect. So there will be group accountability, sharing your wins and challenges, asking questions, receiving all of those recipes, getting actual support with your goals in our WhatsApp group. So this is valued usually at $30 a week. For those of you who know that this is exactly what you need or want, we have a very special offer for you. So all of the above is free. With the monthly MetaPWR order for 4 months, you are receiving our support and the support of the community. Plus, there'll be optional, highly recommended suggestions. Now, this is all instead of an extra $1,114, you can get started today for $208. So this is available for the next 24 hours. And this is getting the MetaPWR and ClaryCalm bundle to support yourself and your health goals. So super important, if someone else introduced you to doTERRA and introduced you to this webinar, please contact them directly to order your kit so that you end up being supported by the right people. If it is us, we will share our links with you.
We're going to share them in the chat in just a moment.
And so what happens now? For those of you in our existing community, you'll receive an email with a link to the WhatsApp group. Please check your spam and the resources to come on Monday, the 8th of July. So please remember to order within 24 hours to get all of the freebies if you're not already part of our community.
Yeah, so just to be clear, if you're already in our existing doTERRA community, and you already have the MetaPWR supplements and ClaryCalm, just wait for the email and you can join. If you don't yet have the MetaPWR bundle and the ClaryCalm, I'm just going to stop sharing this. You want to order that within 24 hours so that you can get access to the WhatsApp group, which is normally $30 a week, but is free, and the cyclical course as well. So I'm just going to share our links. So I've shared the top one. If you found out about this webinar through myself, Jessie, so my social media channels or mailing list, please use that link. Or if you found out about it through Courtney, through her social channels or chatting with her in person, please use her link so you end up in the right place. Yeah, I would like to go ahead, but don't know if I'm part of your group. Just message us privately. Yeah, and we can sort that out. So yeah.
I didn't get clarity.
It doesn't automatically come with the kit. We just added it on for this particular program. So if you want to order ClaryCalm, that would be amazing to support you on your journey. If you've already got a doTERRA account, you've got the MetaPWR supplements, just put ClaryCalm on your next order so that you've got that and you can pair that with MetaPWR if you're wanting further support with your hormones. Highly, highly recommended.
Luada, any studies and effects and benefits for men, that is a whole separate thing that we will go into at another time.
But absolutely, just quickly, my partner Jack has been taking it for, I think, probably 9 months. He was never able to grow a thick, full beard, which is a testosterone thing. His beard is thick and full. He's absolutely thriving. He's in the gym a lot more. He's gained a lot of lean muscle mass as well. His ADHD is better managed. I know you've got a lot of men in your life whose ADHD is better managed, their testosterone is better, they have better cognitive performance, libido, like
someone even had their dick grow 1.5 centimeters.
Yeah,
clear testosterone imbalance.
Is it okay to use the doTERRA system and MetaPWR? I use the hormone system now and will be consistent with MetaPWR. I'm not too sure what that means.
We're just having a look at the chat at the moment. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. If you want to hear us answer any questions in the chat, we will just take a moment now. Otherwise, have a wonderful evening or rest of your day, and we look forward to chatting to you soon.